Good evening, everyone. Good evening from North America. Good morning to those from Asia, Australia, Vicky, and Marge, and Rim, and Dawn. Good morning, good afternoon. So we had a really good session this morning, 2 hours mini retreat. So if you're here for the first time, be sure to join our circle. It's DennyKmiu.com/circle and catch up with the work that we did this morning. So being in the evening, I'm going to relax a little bit, and I'm going to assume that all of you have been here before. And so this session is particularly for the returning students. So relax, focus on the body, open the shoulder, straighten the spine, put the weight of the head back under the shoulder, lean back the forehead, and then slightly tuck in the chin. Now focus on the mind, bring our mind to the hand and body and mind together, come up at shoulder level. Continue to focus on the body, in particular focus on the wrists. Very relaxed, and just feel your body. Observe the changes in your body. And now go the other way around. Lower your hands again. Open up your shoulder. Mind, body together as your hand comes up. Mind goes with it. All the way up to the shoulder level. Focus on the elbow now. Observe the change in your elbow. Now go the other way around. Continue to focus on your elbow. Try not to let your mind drift away. Stay focused on your body. Now bring your hands down. Once again, calibrate your body. Straighten up the spine. Open the shoulder. Relax the shoulder. Lean back the forehead. Tuck in the chin. We're going from the wrist to the elbow to the shoulder. Focus on the shoulder. Open the shoulder all the way up. Stretch. Hold. Now before you come down, calibrate your mind again. Make sure the mind stays with the hand. And as if you're touching the walls, come down, relax. Continue to focus on your hand, mind, body together, up, stretch, hold, calibrate your mind, come down. Again, come up, follow the hand, open, come down, relax. Now we're going to do it the other way, open first. Stretch, hold, and then come down. Open again, as wide as you can. Bring it up, stretch, hold, calibrate, and come down. One more time, open, stretch, and come down. Calibrate your body, open the shoulders, straighten up the spine, lean back the forehead, tuck in the chin. Very slowly raise the hand, mind, body together. And from the front to the back, open that shoulder, feel the pain. Focus on the pain. Accept the pain. Open the shoulder, feel the pain, come down. Open, stretch, open, come down. One more time. Up, open, feel the pain, come down. Now we're going to go back and front. From the back, go up. Stretch, hold, come down, go all the way to the back, up, stretch, and come down, all the way to the back, stretch, and come down. Back to the body, open the shoulders, straighten up the spine, lean back the forehead, tuck in the chin. Now we're going to do the double blade, 2 hands, left hand's in front, holding the left hand stationary. Taking the right hand, make a very slow, big sweep in front. Now go all the way back. Feel the pain on your shoulder, open that shoulder, and then now to the left, holding the right hand stationary, separating the left brain from the right brain, all the way, open that shoulder, all the way to the right. One more time, all the way to the left, continue, all the way open, and all the way to the left, and come down, relax. Let's take a deep breath. When we take a deep breath, it's the only time that we can open the mouth. The rest of the time we keep it shut because the saliva which you generate as you relax is called the J lactate. J lactate is actually very good for you. And so we keep our mouth shut like this, except when we do deep breathing. Then we open the mouth, we blow air through our mouth, feel how our stomach collapses as you do that. The diaphragm is pushing the lung, pushing the air out. Keep pushing, blow air through your mouth, and now relax. Feel the air comes in through your nostril, and feel how your stomach expands as the diaphragm goes down, opening up the lung. And relax. Now, we're going to throw fists, again working on the shoulder. And we're going to raise our right arm, make a fist. The eye goes where the hand is, and the mind goes where the mind goes, where the eye goes, okay? Now we're going to throw the fist, following the fist, up, come down, exchange, mind goes to the right, left, up, come back, very slowly, one at a time, down, down, up, up, down, down. Now open the shoulder, two hands together, one, come back, two, come back, three, come back, four, come back, five, come back. Wrist, elbow, shoulder. Now we're ready for the neck. But before we do the neck, there is a part that is between the two shoulders and between the neck and the spine. And if you reach back and you feel a bum, that's a bad sign. That says that your energy is actually blocked right here, okay? Not enough exercise, not enough the right kind of exercise. So we want to prevent that. So let's sit upright, open the shoulder, relax, focus on the top of the shoulder. Very slowly bring it up, all the way up. Bring it all the way up as if you're going to bring it up to the ear. All the way. Now bring your body with you. All the way. Now open that shoulder. Make a circle towards the back. Open the shoulder. Feel the stress between the shoulders, the left and the right. Between the neck and the spine. Relax. Completely relax. Now focus on the top of the shoulder again. Bring it all the way up. All the way to the ear. All the way back. And relax. All the way up. One more time. All the way up. All the way back. And relax. Completely relax. Now we're going to continue. Sit up straight. Stretch your spine. Open the shoulder. Lean back the forehead. Tuck in the chin. Now we're going to add one more element, which is we lean forward. And then we lean back. As we lean back, we hold a hip in place. So the hip is actually forward, but the back is returning to the vertical position. We're holding the adrenal. There's two energy points here. We're maintaining pressure. Straight up the spine again. And now we're going to take two hands, put it in the back of the head. Keep your spine straight. Keep pressure on the adrenal gland. And now we're going to bring the head down. And then now keep pushing the head. Fight it with your neck. And then now to the left. All the way to the right. All the way to the left. All the way to the right. And now come back in the middle. And then very slowly release. Sit up straight again. Back to the posture. Open the shoulders, sit down the spine. Rotate the body forward. Come back, holding the hip in place. The top of the head. The energy point here called 100 feet, facing the sky. Now we're going to take the right hand and we're going to try to pull the neck over to the right. We're going to fight it by maintaining the posture, pointing the top of the head to the sky, and then relax the other side. Bring it all the way to the left, fighting it. And relax, sit up straight. Go back to the right, all the way around, clockwise, all the way to the left, all the way to the back again, clockwise, very slow. Keep staying focused on the neck, and now go counterclockwise. Very slow. And relax. Now take your right hand, 4 fingers, put it behind your ear, feeling the bone, the skeleton. And now slowly go down until all 4 fingers fit in the neck, no bone. And now I want you to apply pressure. Apply pressure, hold it, don't rub it, and then now just go back. Go forward. Feel the tension under your finger. Go back, slowly, go forward. Relax, the other side. Again, starting at the back of the ear, on the skull, slowly go down until you can nicely fit 4 fingers on the neck and apply pressure. And then now slightly, gently go back. Feel the tension underneath your fingers. And go back again, very gently. Okay, now we're going to release those pressure, release those stress all the way around. Okay, so this is going to be good for your frozen shoulder and your carpal tunnel, all which are blockage of your chi energy line. Okay, so open your shoulder, sit up straight, pointing the fingers towards the camera. Focus on the 4 fingers. Lock your elbow. Okay, now imagine the 4 fingers like springs. You're holding down the 4 springs, and you energize the fingers and you let them explode. Okay, get ready. 1, feel the vibration coming back to your shoulder. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back. Open the shoulder. Review the 2 energy points right here. Review the energy point. This is called the gate to the cloud. Now taking the middle finger and the thumb together, this is called the Lotus Hand. Put the Lotus Hand on top of the gate to the cloud. Sit up straight. Get ready. 1, the back of the hand facing the camera. Feel the vibration coming back to your shoulder. Another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Going to do some deep breathing now. We work on the energy lines going from the fingers all the way up to the upper torso. Now we're going to work on the energy lines in the front and in the back. Holding the fingers together. Put that right below your belly button. Open your stomach. Breathe in very slow, very gently, very steady. From beginning to end. Okay? Get ready. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, as you open the fingers, lock your wrists, stretch out your arm. Imagine that there's 2 huge rocks on both sides. Climb the mountain and then relax. Completely relax, lock your fingers again, starting at the Dan 10, right? Right below the belly button, straighten up your spine. Focus on your nostril. Breathe from beginning to end. Breathe in. Breathe out. Climb the mountain. One last time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Climb the mountain. Now we're going to stretch the back. Get ready. Go up. Flip. And from here on, stretch. Stretch the back. All the way. Stretch as far as you can. Now lean back. Come back to the middle. Lean to the left. Entire body lean to the left. Come back to the middle. Entire body lean to the right. Come back in the middle. Relax. Right hand on top. Head pointing to the sky, putting pressure on the right shoulder. Grab the right elbow with your left hand. Entire body to the left. Come back. Entire body to the right. Come back. And relax. So Nancy, how often do we need to do this chi exercise, and how long would it take for it to make a difference? It's now 6:17. We've been at it for 17 minutes. And if you don't feel a difference, you're in the wrong class. As to how often you should do it, my mother is actually practicing with us on Zoom. She does that every day. We practice 7 times a week. We take Sunday off only because I have to set aside Sunday for my prison work when the prison is open again. I practice every day. I even practice at night on my own. Okay? So how often you practice, that's a consumer choice. How long would it take before you feel a difference? Again, you should feel some difference. How much a difference? That I don't know. Okay? Relax. The next exercise is going to be very good for your heart. It's actually good for your heart and your lung. Now the heart and the lung are the organs that are located above the diaphragm. So the Chinese actually divide your internal organs into 3 parts. What's above the diaphragm, what's between the diaphragm and the belly buttons, and what's below the belly buttons. And the way that they explain the function of these organs are quite interesting. So they talk about the upper warmer, the upper part, as being like the fog, meaning that that's the organs that actually takes the essence from the external world, the air, the food, and then it just digests it. Then it takes it and distributes it to the rest of the body like the fog in the morning. Okay, it's the moisture that moisturizes the earth. Then they talk about the part below the belly buttons and below the diaphragm, the belly button. They said the middle part, the middle warmer, is like the foam, like the foam. You know, you ever make beer or you ferment something, then you notice that there are foam, right? So this is the part that it ferments. It ferments. So most people don't understand the digestive system. They think the digestive system is the stomach. The digestive system is not the stomach. The digestive system actually starts with your teeth and your tongue, goes all the way down, and it's really more about fermentation than it's about grinding the food and all that, right? And then finally it says the things that are below the belly buttons is like the gutter, the gutter. Now, in the Chinese, there's a tradition, there's a story I love that talks about the gutter. And I'm going to take just a minute. And it talks about this very, very poor student who was studying day after night to get ready to go to the capital to take his exam. And if he passed the exam, then he becomes official. Right? It's very important. This is how the Chinese system works. And yet he has a mother that he has difficulty feeding now. He's very poor. He's very, very poor. And he noted, and then in the town, there's another person who's very, very rich, very, very rich. And one day the rich person noticed that the poor student's mother is well fed, very well fed. And so he goes to the poor student and said, "You must be stealing from me, because there's no way that you could feed your mother like that, to support your mother like that. You're so poor." And the poor student said, "No, I did not steal from you. Every day I go to your gutter with my tool to pick up all the stuff that you don't want." So when we talk about the lower warmer as the gutter, that's what we meant. That's the story that we wanted to talk about, is that it's not just about getting rid of waste. It's about reclaiming the essentials before you turn it to waste. Okay, so that's how the three works. That's how the three works. Now, before we work on the others, we're going to have to continue to work on the upper warmer, which is the lung and the heart, which works together, and that helps with our circulations. Okay. Now we do that by working on these energy points around our shoulder. Okay, around the shoulder has a lot to do with the lung and then ultimately the heart. So again, we sit up properly, open our shoulder, straighten our spine, try to put some pressure on the adrenal. Now we're going to take our palm, put it together, put them right below our spine, at the bottom of spine, fingers pointing down. Now we're going to rotate the hands so that the fingers are pointing up. This is going to be challenging, right? Open the shoulder. Now lift it up very gently. Okay, as far as you can. Now come back to the posture. Sit up straight. Open your and then very slowly open the shoulder. Open that shoulder. You feel the pain on your wrists, on your shoulder, both front, top, and back. Open that. Keep it open. And relax now. Concentrate. Focus on your heart. Your heart is pounding, pop, 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 like this, okay? Because this is really a good exercise for your heart. Just let it settle. And now we continue with another exercise that achieves the same purpose. Happens to be a lot of energy points around your elbow. That also has to do with both your heart and your lung. So we take our hands, left hand, open the shoulder, straighten up the spine. Take the right hand, put it between the fingers and the palm. Bring your hand down gently. Now focus on the elbow. Push that elbow. Push, 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 push. As if you're going to break that elbow. Hold it. Eyes forward. And then push your arm up with the elbow. Keep pushing. All the way up to the eyebrow. Keep pushing. And then relax. The other side. Sit up straight. Bring it down. Push the elbow. Keep pushing. Eyes forward. Push the arm up with the elbow all the way up. And relax. Completely relax again. Focus on the heart. Let the heart settle down. Now, when we talk about the heart, we're actually talking about two hearts. It's a Chinese, they actually think that there are two hearts. One is the Western concept of the heart, which is the one that pumps the blood. So that one has an energy line called the pericardium. Para means surrounding, right? It's all the muscle that are surrounding the heart. When they talk about heart, they're actually talking about your emotional state. They're talking about your emotional states. And so your health has a lot more to do with your emotional state than just the physical state. So it's very important that we work on both. And they actually associate each aspect of your anxiety and your negative energy with each of the organs. So they believe that, for example, that if you're angry all the time, then it affects your liver. If you're in fear all the time, then it affects your kidney, right? And if you're always very sad, then it affects your lung. Okay? And if you're always worrying, then it affects your splint. And if you're too much exuberant, it affects your heart. So they actually believe that the stress that you have comes from these extreme emotions. And it's very important to create a balance between them. Okay? One reason that they believe that high blood pressure comes from that. High blood pressure comes from that there's an imbalance of the forces, the way that the internal organs work, and the heart has to compensate. So one of the reasons that we want to work on these energy lines is to create that equilibrium, create that harmony between our internal organs by relieving some of the emotional stress. So we start with the top of the shoulder. The top of the shoulder has the energy point that has to do with the gallbladder, which protects the liver. And the liver, if you remember, has to do with anger. Then there's another energy point here that has to do with the lung. The lung, if you remember, has to do with fear. So we open the shoulder, take the right hand, form an empty hand, put that on top of the shoulder, the center of the palm pressing on the energy point that has to do with the lung. Open the shoulder, listen with the left ear, concentrate, wake up, continue. The other side, same thing. Empty hand. Very important to have empty hand, right? Because you want to create an air pocket. Sit up straight. Get ready. Using your right ear. Wake up. Continue. Okay, now we move on to a very important energy point, which is your armpit. Put your left hand on top of your head and then slightly pinch the upper part of your ear. The ear, again, the Chinese associate each of the components, the ear, the eye, the lip, the tongue, and also the eye with each of the organs. So this one is with the kidney. Okay? Straighten up your body. Take the right hand, empty hand. Wake up. Continue. The other side. Left hand, right ear. Wake up. Continue. Okay, now back to the elbow. Again, remember that there's very important energy points. Open the shoulder, hands in front, eye level, lock the elbow above the heart. Right hand, empty hand, fingers on top, center of the palm on the side. Listen with your left ear, empty hand. Continue. Okay, now it's very important that when you do this that you listen with your ear, every single one, and you feel it, okay? So don't let your mind drift away. Mind, body together. Right hand, empty hand. Listen with your right ear, every single one, okay? Get ready, go. Okay, now we finished the upper part, the lung and the heart. So now we work on the lower part and then come back in the middle. The lower part is the kidney and the bladder. The kidney and bladder is one pair, okay? So the bladder is the yang, which protects the kidney, which is the yin. So open the shoulder, Take the right arm, use the front, the center of your palm, reach as far back as you can. Take the other one, use the back of the hand, reach as far back as you can, covering the kidney. Sit up straight. Think of yourself as a vertical windmill. Get ready. Okay. Relax. Okay, so now we're going to continue to work, okay? Continue to work, and now we come back to the middle, which is the liver and the gallbladder. That's one pair. The spleen and the stomach, that's another pair, okay? So now we come back to the middle part, the organs that has to do with the middle part. So take a heat out, massage outside facing the sun, that's yang. Massage this inside away from the sun, that's yin. Outside is gallbladder, inside is liver and spleen. Spleen and pancreas are together, okay? So let's take the inside, take the middle, get ready, go. Now move towards the hip, get ready, go. Now move towards the knee, but before the knee, don't touch the knee yet. Get ready, go. Okay, now close your knee. We're going to work on the outside, above the knee, okay? So 3 points inside, we're going to take 2 points on the outside. The one closer to the hip. Now this is the gallbladder, okay? Get ready, go. Okay, move towards the hip, the knee. Get ready, go. Okay, now we're going to work on the knee. Okay, now the knee is, we call that the hill. We're on top of the hill. So go down on the side to the bottom of the hill where you don't feel the bone anymore. Very important energy point. Has a lot to do with your immune system. Okay, get ready, go. Okay, now move towards the middle. Get ready, go. Okay, now this side is facing the sun. That's always the yang. This is the gallbladder. This side is also facing the sun. This one has to do with the stomach. The stomach is what protects the spleen and the pancreas. So to locate the energy point, we start at the knee. So you can find a little dimple in here. Okay, you can find it. And then 4 fingers down. Now feel the bone. It's on this side of the bone. Get ready? Go. Okay, now this is forefinger down. So another forefinger down, same thing. Okay, in front of the bone, this is the bone, and then also on the side. Okay, get ready, go. Okay, it's the same energy point whether you go to acupuncturists or that you go to people for acupressure or that you go to people for, you know, the kind where they put a cup and they do suction. It's the same, it's all the same. Okay, now we're going to work on the inside now, starting at the knee. Okay, now again the knee is the heel, we're on top of the heel, so go down on the inside until you no longer feel the bone. So that's the energy point. We're going to hit from the inside out. Get ready, go. Okay, now again from the inside go to the middle. This is the last energy point. These two has to do with the splint pancreas. Okay, get ready, go. Okay, now we have one more energy point. So we've been working on the inside, away from the sun, that's yin. We'll work a little bit on the outside, work a little bit on this side. So there's one more energy point right in the back, also facing the sun. This one has to do with the bladder. So right in the middle, in the calf. So take your one hand holding it, and then the other hand in the back like this, okay? Okay, get ready, go. Okay, now the other side. Again, holding it with one hand, the back of the calf. Okay, all right. So before we work on the bottom of the feet, just want to explain something that this morning I talked about, this morning and the week before, I talk a great deal about how the Chinese think about the health of a body, how it is about the harmony between the different parts, different yin and yang part. And just to say that it's yin and yang, black and white, is too simple. It's too much a simplification. The Chinese actually think more like the 5 points of a pentagon. So the five, now this is in Chinese, I'm not going to help you, okay? Not anyway, not most of you. So this is the 5 points of the pentagon, okay? So the 5 points of the pentagon is represented by the 5 materials: water, wood, fire, earth, and metal. Each one of them has both a supporting and a regulating relationship with the other. For example, water obviously supports earth, right? Water supports the wood anyway. Water supports the wood. But then it puts out the fire. Similarly, earth supports the metal, but it blocks the water. So the idea is that if you take the pentagon with the 5 corners and you focus it on the kidney, which is the focus of a practice, because modern people do all kinds of things to damage the kidney. And ultimately, our health is because how we damage the kidney. It causes bad circulations, high blood pressure. It causes hormonal imbalance, which is what we call a metabolic disorder. All of that all comes back to the kidney. Now the kidney actually forms This triangle, again, this is not going to help you, but the idea is that you have 5 points, but if you take the kidney, it actually forms 2 triangles. One here, here, one here and here. So the one triangle that it forms is with the heart and the lung. And the other triangle that it forms is with the liver and the spleen. So when we work on the heart, when we work on the lung, it helps the kidney. When we work on the liver and we work on the spleen, it helps the kidney. It all comes back to the kidney. Now we're going to work directly on the kidney. So the most important energy point for the kidney is at the bottom of your feet. This is called the gushing spring. So we're going to massage that now. And we're going to make a knuckle, and we're going to press in on that. And it hurts, huh? It hurts. Okay, now we're going to continue to work on some very important energy points. And now the kidney, the gushing spring, this is the arch. Come up to the arch, press down. Okay, now stay with that. Come down on the arch before you reach the heel. Press on that. Okay, now come back to the angle. Make a cross, the one that goes down towards the bottom of the feet. We're going to start at the top of the angle, top of the heel, goes down until you no longer feel any bone right there. This one is really tender. Okay, now the other side. Again, top of the heel, come down and press on that. Okay, now back to the angle again. Take 2 fingers, and then from the bone, south of the bone. And back to the angle, 4 fingers this time, touching the bone, south of the bone. Okay, now we're going to work on this side, and then I'm going to explain a little bit about why the kidney, from the Chinese perspective, is so important. Okay, again, it's at the bottom of your feet, the gushing spring, the beginning of the kidney line. Now we work on everything else that supports the kidney. This is about directly working on the kidney. Okay, now come up to the arch. Now come down along the arch. Okay, on the angle, go down towards the bottom of the feet. Okay, as soon as you don't feel the bone anymore, that's the way you want to work on it. Okay, now back to the angle, go this side, towards the Achilles heel, huh? Now back to the angle, 2 fingers, and then south of the bone. Okay, now back to the angle again, 4 fingers, south of the bone. Okay, so why is the kidney so important from the Chinese medical perspective? Because again, they think it in terms of the 5 elements and how the world actually creates harmony with each other. The kidney is water. Now, water is the source of life. So they actually think of the kidney as the base of life. in the body. It all starts with the kidney. Okay? Now, the kidney is water. The liver is wood. So life begins with water, but it actually grows in wood. So the kidney actually supports the liver. And you can imagine how important that is, right? Because liver is where you actually make blood. But at the same time, the kidney is water, but the heart is fire. So the kidney is actually one that controls your emotion, because your adrenal gland is with the stress hormone is the one that causes all kinds of anxiety. So it all comes back to the kidney. They actually believe that the kidney, the shape of the kidney, now think about the shape of the kidney. It looks like a peanut with shells. So think of that. So just think of how you would take a peanut with shells and put it in water. It grows roots, right? Now the root goes down to your productive organs, because the kidney is the one that actually provides the chi to your productive organs, both male and female. The kidney is also the organ, it's called a treasure organ. It's the organ that contains all the essence for creating marrow. So you think about this, your spinal cord is like the stem that comes out from the kidney. And that's where the marrow is grown. And then they actually think that the brain matter is just an extension of the marrow. So it grows all the way up to your brain. And then it has leaves. So the two leaves are the lung, right? The lung is metal. Metal helps water. And then it continues to the ear, which is also like the leaves. Then it goes to the brain. Then it comes down to the eye, right? So they really believe that your life starts with the kidney. And guess what? What does modern people do? The modern people have never stopped. We do nothing but destroy the kidney. We eat the wrong kind of food, and the kidney has to make up the difference to take out all the toxins in your blood. We don't drink enough water. We never give the kidney a chance to cleanse itself. We don't rest. The kidney works all the time. Right? We don't do exercise. We don't help the kidney by creating circulations in the body. Right? What's worse is that we never even let the kidney rest. We always continuously using the adrenal gland because we're 24/7 fight or flight. The adrenal gland never rests. That's why we have something called adrenal fatigue. You don't think you have adrenal fatigue? Try squat down and then rise up quickly. You have lightheaded. Why is that? Because as you change your center of mass, your adrenal is supposed to make up for the difference. It's supposed to tell send cortisol to your liver, and the liver is supposed to tell your heart to pump the blood to make up for the difference in center mass. But your kidney is so tired that it doesn't react fast enough. My daughter, who is barely 30 years old, has lightheaded when I asked her to do that. My mother, who's 85, had no problem because she practiced with me 7 times a week. That's the difference. Okay? All right, so now I'm going to make use of all that, because what we did was we clear out the blockage on all the tripillaries, the 6 from our fingers and the 6 in the toes, and we're going to make use of that by bringing all that energy into the main channel. The one in the front is called the yin, the one in the back is called the yang, and we're going to do that by doing some meditation. Okay, but before we do that, we need to learn how to do deep breathing. All right, so we do that by doing some exercise. So we sit properly. Open the shoulder. Open the shoulder. Relax the body. Completely relax. Let go of the mind. Focus on the body. Focus on our hand. And let our hand rise in front of us. Just let it rise. Let it rise. And now bring your hands towards your body. Open your shoulder. and drop down your hand, follow your hand, and then relax, completely relax. Once again, let the hand rise, and as it rises, breathe in with your nose, breathe in, bring it towards your body, and then breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Now we're going to breathe in, cross your hand, bring it all the way up to your eye level, focus on your hand, breathe out. Pause, breathe in again, bring it towards your body, breathe out. Relax, breathe in again, open, breathe in, bring it towards your body, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One last time, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Completely relax, sit up straight, open the shoulder, lean back the forehead, tuck in your chin. Try to observe your own breathing. Just know that your breathing is enough. Know that you're breathing in. Know that you're breathing out. Observe the change in your body as you breathe in. Notice your body expands. As you breathe out, notice your body collapses. Continue to focus on your breath, one breath at a time. One breath, relax. Another one. One breath at a time. Now we will continue on the second exercise. Open the shoulders, straight up the spine, relax. Bring out your hands to the side as if you're a butterfly. And all the way up, back of the hand touching. Now as we bring the hands down, we're going to breathe in. Okay? So interestingly, as we bring our hands down, we're actually collapsing the lung, but we're breathing in. So how are we going to get volume? We get volume by actually expanding the lung. And then similarly, as we raise the hand, we're expanding the lung and we breathe out, which means that the diaphragm has to push up. Okay, so we're really exercising the diaphragm without even knowing it. Okay, think about, relax, just follow your hand, bring it all the way up, and then now bring it down, embrace yourself, and then open like you're the butterfly. Bring it all the way up, back of the hand touching. Get ready. As you come down, breathe in. As you go up, breathe out. Breathe in. 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 Breathe out. Relax. Now we're going to do some sitting. And so Kat was very excited. He said, ready for the qi. I don't like to use the word qi gong. Qi means energy. Gong means practice. So qigong is correct. We are practicing our energy. But qigong doesn't explain anything. The original name, the name that was being used for centuries, is called Dao Yan. Dao means guide, to guide. Yan means to entice. It's a much more accurate explanation of what we're doing. Is that we're not really gaining qi. It's not like we do this and all of a sudden, boom, qi comes in and now we got it. No, it's all within you, and you just have to guide it and entice it. That's all. And also, qi is not some magical energy like the force. That's not what it is. Qi has layers and meaning, because that's how Chinese characters are. One word doesn't mean anything. You got to conjugate it with something else. So you conjugate it with the word emptiness, then it's air. Then it's just air. It's the air that you breathe in and the air that you breathe out. If you conjugate it with blood, it means circulation. It's the same word. It's the same word, right? And if you conjugate it with another word, that means the state of the qi, then now you're talking about the magnetic presence. That's a little deeper. So we're going to try to experience all that, hopefully. So obviously, we're going to start with just breathing, which we kind of did, all right? Now, first we're going to have to learn how to sit properly. You sit like the bell, okay? So sitting like the bell means that you have to be aware that you are actually sandwiched between the earth and heaven. You're not just a independent entity. You're actually an integrated entity between the heaven and earth. So we sit like the bell. The feet are firmly on the ground. Okay? Relax the hand. Now straighten our spine. Open the shoulder. Lean back the forehead. Tuck in the chin. Lean forward. And then lean back. So we're putting pressure on the adrenal gland, temporarily shutting off any stress hormone. And then we lean back ever so slightly as if we're falling over. Now our spine is vertical to the earth. We are now called this one pillar supporting the universe. Tuck in the chin slightly, relax the eyelid, and now we're going to take the tip of the tongue and just touch the roof of the mouth, forcing the adrenal gland to activate. Again, fooling our body into the rest and digest mode. Right? The rest and digest is similar to the fight or flight. They are autonomous, right? They are autonomous, which means that they're not under the control of your big brain. They are totally independent of your brain. So you can't make it happen. You have to fool it into happening. So you fool it into happening by putting pressure on your adrenal gland and sticking your tongue to the roof of your mouth. So you're activating your adrenal gland and you forcing activating your saliva gland and forcing your adrenal gland to take a break. Right? All right. So this is really the proper posture. You're sitting in harmony with the earth and the heaven. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pick up where we left off with the exercise. Focus on the breath. And if you cannot feel your breath, take 3 deep breaths. Remember now, the only time you can open your mouth is when you take a deep breath. So you start by blowing air through your mouth as much as you can. Feel how your stomach collapses because your diaphragm is being lifted up. And then relax. Feel how your stomach expands as air rushing in through your nostril. So do that 3 times and then just relax. Feel your stomach. As soon as you're breathing in, open your stomach. As soon as you're breathing out, collapse your stomach. Now, in the beginning, this sounds artificial, and it is, because after a while it becomes natural, right? When it becomes natural, then that's what I do. 100% of the time, I'm breathing with my stomach. Okay, I'm using the diaphragm. All right. So now this by itself is already equalizing the stress in your internal organ. Okay, it's actually moving the internal organ around. Right? Because the way the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nerve is constructed is quite different. even though it's not under the control of the brain, it has its own nerve system. And the parasympathetic nerve, the internal, the rest and digest, the nerve center is actually distributed all through the body. So by exercising your diaphragm and massaging your internal organs, you're signaling the body it's time to relax and digest. Continue to do your abdominal breathing. Now, as you do that, unbeknown to you, you're actually generating some electricity in your intestine, the surface of the intestines. Next comes the part where we're actually going to create the chi. We're not really creating as much as we're guiding. Okay? So we're taking the energy, the static electrons that we have generated in the abdomen by doing the abdominal breathing, and we're going to guide that around the body, up the spine, around the head, and down. Okay? Now, how do we do that? We guide and entice. How do we do that? We are providing a electrical potential by just using our brain. So as we breathe in, we feel the freshness of the air coming into our nostril. We believe that these represent positive energy. We think about our kidney, the shape of the peanut, and we talk about how the peanuts grow roots. It goes down to our reproductive organ. So that's where we're going to start. We're going to start at our reproductive organ, left and right. We're going to come up to the back at the bottom of our spine, go up a little further. Now we're in the middle of the kidney. And we're going to go up like the kidney grew a stem, right? Remember we talked about that? The stem is your spine. Go up to the lung like the two leaves on the lung. Continue to go up. Go up to the back of the neck. Now you're between the two ears. And now you're at the brain, the left and the right brain. Continue to circle to the forehead. And at this time, we wait for the out breath. As we breathe out, we feel the moisture of the air coming out of the nostril. We want to take all the negative energy away from the brain. Let it just come down as if you just drop a piece of lead or stone in the water. It comes down on its own, by its own weight. Just let it come down, let it come down, let it come down. And then it settles into your feet. You feel the heaviness of your feet. And then now you come back to your reproductive organs again. Come up through the spine to the kidney. Go all the way up to your liver, to your lungs, sorry. Go all the way to the back of your head, to your ears. Go up to the top, in between the left brain and the right brain. Go to your forehead. Okay, like that. Just guide it. Just guide those electrons around. Now, at first it's kind of silly. Just do it. Commit yourself to 3 cycles. And after a while, you actually feel it. You actually feel this energy field going around as if you're just chasing it. That's when we call it wandering dragon chasing the pearl. Okay, just have faith. All right, once again, go back to the beginning, calibrate the posture, straighten up our spine, open the shoulder, relax, lean back the forehead, tuck in your chin, relax the eyelid. Okay, pushing the roof, slightly pushing the roof with the tip of your tongue. And now focus on our breath. Breathe in, open the stomach. Breathe out, collapse the stomach. Feel the freshness of the air coming in. And as soon as you breathe in, start at the very bottom of your upper torso. Go up the spine, bringing all that positive energy to the top of the head. You feel your head is cooling off. As you do that, bring your body with you, straight up your spine, open your shoulder, lean back the forehead, tuck in your chin. And then now when you reach the forehead, think about all the negative energy, and you want to just let it settle so it comes down on its own. As it comes down, you lean back the body as if you just get out of the way. I don't want any of that. Get out of the way. Let it come down to your feet. Feel the heaviness of your feet. And then now another cycle. Commit to 3 cycles at one time. Okay? All right. Should we try that? Okay. 3 minutes, you're on your own. Okay, open your eyes. So I'll be 65 in a very short time. I came to this country in 1971 when I was 15 years old. And I just found out that I was able to get my learning permit and start driving. I was going crazy on that, right? So eventually I bought my first car. It was a 1965 Chevy Impala with a 350 engine for $300. It had a leaky gas tank, so when I park it in front of my parents' house, they go berserk. And I said, "What's the problem? Gasoline is 25 cents a gallon. What do I worry about?" So my dad made me return it, and I turned around and bought a 1967 Thunderbird with a 450 engine. Now we're in business. And when you're a little kid, when you're a young kid, well, we didn't think that we were a kid. We were a young man, and making $60, $55 an hour like that. And we know how to spend the money. And so the thing that you want to do is make your car look good. And I remember that the cheapest thing you can do to impress your friend is to change the spark plug wires. Now, for those of you who don't know what a spark plug is, you might never know. Okay, so back then, cars have spark plugs, they have distributors, they have carburetors. And if you change the wire so that they look like red and your friends want to see the engine, it is very impressive. So I would take the wire, I would line them up really beautifully. Well, it turns out when you do that, the car backfires. Why is that? Because when one spark plug fire, the electricity runs through the fire, and then it creates a magnetic field, and the magnetic field actually couples into the next fire, and now the next spark plug will fire also, and now you're in big trouble. That's the basis for electricity and magnetism, that we're talking about electricities of all kinds, not just what we're talking about here, circling around our spines and so forth. Everything in our body is electrical, right? The blood, the nerve, the muscle, everything is electrical. But when your mind is not settled and your mind is all over the place, those electrical circuits are not coherent. And if they're not coherent, all the magnetic field cancel each other. But when you're actually sitting like this and your electrical current is coherent, it generates a very stable magnetic field, just like the wire. Then it couples with other magnetic field, like the magnetic field on the earth. And so the energy that you feel is not necessarily from you. It's just that you guide it and you entice it. And the energy actually comes from outside. It comes from the earth. It comes from the heaven. You just happen to be now a coherent part of the universe, living harmoniously. That's all it means. That's all. So it's all about living harmonious. Health is about living harmoniously with the universe, heaven and heaven and earth, living harmoniously within your body. That's all it is. It's just that simple. Okay. All right. So we're gonna warm up our hands, and we're going to massage our head, okay? Facial massage. So warm up our face, massage the front of the face a little bit. And now we're going to focus on the fingers, and we're going to slide our fingers up from our forehead to the top of the head. As we do that, we're going to touch it with the center of our palm, the entire hands on top of our head, going all the way in the back. As we do that, we're going to tell ourselves to relax, going down to the neck. Second time, start at the forehead again, go up with the center of the palm. Tell ourselves to just relax. Coming down to the neck. One last time, starting at the forehead, go up, touching with the center of the palm. The back of the head come down along the neck. And now we're going to move to the ears. Relax the ear. Relax the upper part, the middle part, and the ear loop. Now we're going to take the two hands, put it behind the ear, stretch the ear as you swipe forward. One time, two time, Third time. Open the shoulders, sit up straight. Take 2 index finger, put it just right outside the nose. And tell our body to relax. 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 Take 2 fingers, put it at the corner of the eye, firmly but lightly coming down all the way to the corner of the mouth. Tell yourself to relax. Relax. All that anger that you put on your liver, all that fear that you put on your kidney, all that sadness that you put on your lung, all that worry that you put on the splint. Work on it one at a time. Now take your thumb, right thumb, put it under your eye. Relax. 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 And now do the same thing on the other side. Right below the eye back. Relax. 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 Now it comes to the mother of all stress reservoir, right at the tip of the eyebrow. Now use your index finger. You feel the little dimple in there. Like it's very strange. It's like there's a hole into your skull. And just massage that. Just tell your body to relax. I'm here for you. I'm here. I'm here. Just relax. Enough of this. Just relax. Now put your fingers in the middle of the eyebrow. Think of your eyebrow as toothpaste. Squeeze those stress out like they're dripping down from your eyebrow. One more time. Squeeze your eyebrow. Get all the stress out of your eyebrow. Squeeze. Okay. Now take 2 fingers, put it in the 1/3 down from your nose. This is the intercept. This is where the yang and the yin meets. And just very gently massage that. Okay, now we're going to work on the fingers. So I talked about the 5 materials, the metal, the wood, the fire, the water, and the earth. Well, it turns out that the Chinese also associate the 5 digits with those 5 elements, and each one of them is connected to one of the critical organs. So as you pull your finger, I want you to focus on your internal organs and just tell it to relax. Relax. All that fear that you put in, all that worry that you put in, or the anger that you put in that are putting so much oxidation stress on your internal organs, just work on that. Let yourself heal. Let yourself heal. Let yourself heal. And let yourself heal. And finally, the fingernails. Okay, the fingernails tells everything. If you have bad circulations, they lose the color and the nail becomes brittle. So work on your nail one at a time. Go to the next one. Give it all you got. All your love, all your loving kindness to your body, to yourself. Okay? To yourself. You don't love you don't care about yourself, you're not going to care about anybody else. Okay? You come first. You come first. Take care of yourself first. Okay, one last exercise. We've been doing a lot of abdominal breathing, so we have a lot of loose, bad air in the lower 1/3 of your lung. Open your shoulders, straighten out your spine, focus on your elbow, make sound. Get ready. Okay? It's an hour and 15 minutes. If you don't feel the difference by now, you're definitely in the wrong class. No, you can call it Qigong. It's okay. It's okay. I don't have any problems. Qi is the energy. Gong is practice. So that's fine. Don't worry. Okay. So join. I will give you a video that talks about the other name, which is Dao Yin. So please join a circle. Join a circle is DENNYKMIU.com/circle. I will put the link on that talks about the Dao Yin, the original name for Qigong. Okay? All right? With that, I bless all of you with health, with peace, and with happiness. See you next week. Bye-bye.